Let's go through the 6 books I have read in the month of October with a quick yes, no, or maybe on whether or not I would recommend them to you. First up is a thriller, Kill for Me, Kill for You. I listened to the audiobook and yes, I would recommend that you do the same. It's fast-paced, it's interesting, it will keep you guessing. It's not the most mind-bending, super unique thriller that I have ever read, but I had a great time and I think you would too. Second up, Alchemized. I don't even have the physical copy of this anymore, so I think you can guess my answer that it is a no. I have made a whole entire video on this, on all the issues that I've had with this book, but long story short, I ended up DNFing it at 300 pages. It was too long, too confusing, the writing wasn't good, and overall, I just didn't get the satisfaction from it that I feel like other people are getting. So this was a hard pass for me, but if you want to know more information, I made a whole review video on just this. Little Darlings. Yes. Another fast-paced, interesting thriller with potentially spooky elements. Our mother of two believes that her babies were switched to these fairy changelings, and in order to get her own kids back, she has to drown them in a river. This book will leave you guessing on whether or not she is right, and you're following her story on whether or not she can get it done. Sense and Sensibility, maybe. Timeless classic of two sisters on their quest to find love. It is interesting with a lot of witty banter. It is not my favorite Jane Austen novel. If you are a reader of classic novels, I would say it's a good addition. If this is your first classic novel, there are better Jane Austen ones out there. This is a Hungarian book, A legjobban a nőktől féltem. If I could translate this in English to you, I would say 100% yes. This is a memoir of a man who was attacked on the street after his first sexual encounter, and this affects essentially the rest of his life. He cannot perform with women, and that obviously eats away at his confidence. He develops a drinking habit. This is essentially his way of coming out of a hole that he found himself in an Eastern European country where mental health awareness and therapy is not as commonplace as it is in the United States. And finally, You Watched in Silence, maybe. Another fast-paced modern thriller where we're following fallen TikToker and her nanny, who's also a huge fan. Concept is great. The novel is very fast-paced. The storyline is interesting. I thought the ending was super predictable and some of the things just didn't quite add up. I didn't get that satisfaction and payoff that I really wanted from a thriller, but I think it is enjoyable and I think it is for some people, especially if you're just starting out on your thriller journey. This is a great one to get into. And that's everything that I read in the month of October. Let me know what you guys have been reading and what was your top rated book. Bye!